Warning. The following podcast was recorded by two idiots. It contains vulgar language, vulgar ideas, and poop jokes. If any of this offends you, blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again, shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to another episode of Let Us Cast. I am Andrew. With me, as always, is Bruce.
Hey, in the flesh again.
Yes, coming to you live
From the Zen Den, where the
den of
magic
Zen.
happens.
The Zen of Zen.
The Zen of Zen.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Well, it's, you
You know. I feel like I'm looking backwards at you, but whatever. It's just the funky setup. This camera's kind of, whatever. Inside baseball, nobody cares.
Whatever.
We just talked about this in the...
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's backwards. It's backwards.
It's backwards. Who gives a
Cares.
turkey?
Nobody cares.
No, nobody cares.
No, nobody cares.
That's all right.
We're fine.
We're fine.
So how have you been, Bruce?
I've been pretty gosh darn good. How about yourself, man?
Hey, I've been,
Living the dream?
that I want to wake up from, yes.
Could be worse. Could always be worse. Could be
Yeah.
raining.
No, I would actually take rain at this point.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to get to on this show. And Bruce has
Yeah.
already got a couple articles
Yes.
brought up. The first thing I definitely want to get to though is I don't think you're a big like Motley Crue fan. I think
No.
I think that's one of those bands where it's like, all right, you know, like maybe like one or two of their songs, maybe.
No, not even.
Not even?
I don't know. I don't really like Motley Crue. I
right.
mean, nowadays I'll stomach them a little more than I used to.
All right.
But no, I've never really been a Crue fan, to be honest with you.
All right. See, I always thought you were like, yeah, like
Yeah,
all right,
kind
all
of
right,
lukewarm
well,
on them.
like all right, you know, like Same Old Situation. I like that one. Or
I don't even know that song.
Okay.
I know like their
Doc-
hits, like Girls, Girls, Girls,
Like-
Dr. Feelgood.
Okay, I was gonna say like Dr. Feelgood. I thought might have been up your alley.
Okay,
a little
Dr.
bit.
Feelgood, yeah, I kind of like.
Okay.
He's the one that called Dr. Feelgood. Copyright strike coming anytime.
I love you for that. So I gotta bring this up because Vince Neil was doing a show recently.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, it was May 29th of this year.
Are you referring to his terrible performance?
Yes.
Are we
Well-
really surprised?
I thought it was kind of par for the course at this point,
well,
but to be
you
fair,
know.
so he's doing a show. It's at the Boone River Festival in Boone, Iowa. So it comes to one of the last songs that he's doing is "Girls, Girls, Girls."
Yeah, I heard he did a lot of Crue stuff.
Well, yeah, he mostly does like 95% of his set list is Crue stuff.
Yeah, which I mean makes sense. Does he have any solo albums? or
Yeah,
no?
he had like 2 solo albums.
Did he?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, one of them was actually in. One of his solo songs was actually on the soundtrack for. I think it was Encino Man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you remember that song? You're invited, but your friend can't come.
No.
Okay, well that was him.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know if I've watched Encino Man in its entirety
To be fair, I don't think I've even watched it
at all.
I mean, it's Pauly Shore.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hate to say that, but I'm not a big Pauly Shore fan, honestly.
It's Pauly Shore. Like Brandon Fraser, like all right, whatever, fine. I think it's Sean Astin is in that too.
Is he really?
I think.
Rudy.
I think so. Samwise.
Samwise Gamgee? Is that you?
Anyways,
Anywho,
so Vince is playing this song, "Girls, Girls, Girls,"
and it's terrible, right? I mean, is it? What was that other performance that he did where he's like,
dude, that's like
unintelligible?
every performance.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he got worse as time went on.
No, that is like every performance.
Is it
Like,
really?
Even if you go back and watch like shows in like 84, 85 and whatnot, like his voice really hasn't changed that much. It's still just that
That's
high pitched fucking like
Unintelligible.
yeah.
That's too
And it's
bad.
like, come on, Vince. Like you're better than this.
Is he though?
No, not really.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of the weak link.
Like I
of that
want
band.
you to get better than this.
Who do you think is the best member of Motley Crue? If you had to,
I don't know, man.
like who's the most talented?
Most talented?
Yeah, who would you say?
I don't know, man. Like it's Vince is definitely on the bottom of the list.
yeah.
Uh,
I would honestly say Tommy.
I don't know. For me, it's Tommy and Nikki, or I would say Nikki probably more so.
Okay, yeah,
Just-
Nicky's solid for
just-
sure.
Well, because not only has Nikki been a member, of Motley Crue, but he's done like other bands and whatnot. He's co-written like a bunch of other songs. Like he was in
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
What was it? Here Come the Brides of Destruction.
Okay.
There was a band called 58 that he was a member of. No, he's a member of the LA Rats, the supergroup with him, John 5, Rob Zombie, and I forget the drummer's name.
John 5 did a co-op with someone else too. I want to say it was Ted Nugent of all people.
Wait, recently?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth. Yeah,
Yes.
You're right. Why did I think Ted Nugent?
No, dude, John 5 is like a true like guitar pioneer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as the song goes, he's been everywhere, man.
Yeah, the fact that Manson kicked him on stage and treated him like a jerk is like, dude, it's John 5. Like, show some respect, Zach.
To be fair, I think he
Then
wound
again-
up. I think he wound up okay in that situation.
Well, yeah, he distanced him. He got out of what could have been a really nasty situation.
Well, yeah. I remember like one of the backstage things that he was talking about too was like where he kind of knew like my time here is shot. One of his stories was like it was his birthday and like other members of the band are all around like, hey, happy birthday, man, happy birthday. And he's like, Manson walks by, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here. He goes, yeah, Manson walks by, he goes, yeah, happy birthday, faggot. And he just keeps walking. It's like, okay, I guess I'm gone.
Yikes. I mean, he was probably joking around, but that's a hell of a way to joke around.
Yeah,
too. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Like if
That's
somebody's
just not cool.
if somebody pulls that move and like, oh, I'm joking, it's like, well, no, you just got called on your bullshit and you're trying to get out of it.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
That's a discussion for another time.
that's
but still.
Manson for you, I guess.
Yeah, but so Vince is on stage playing "Girls, Girls, Girls," and you got to hear this audio because it's fucking funny as hell. I think I loaded up to a good point. Let's try this here. Oh, come on! Don't tell me this ain't playing, man. What the hell?
Oh, I know why. Hang on.
Oh yeah, you should probably turn it up.
What, you want me to be in control of this train wreck?
Would you rather me be in control of it?
All right, try it again. Now it should be good.
Vince,
It just pieces out.
so Vince just walked off stage. The band's just gonna keep going. It's like, fuck it.
Oh man, I heard about this.
Oh man, that to me was funny as hell though.
Yeah, I heard about this from there's like some rock show or whatever that I watch on YouTube, and they mentioned this concert and like how the band kept playing even though he had pieced off stage. It's like, dude, what the hell?
Like, dude, not only that, but like if I So it's been a while since he performed. I get that, but like,
Yeah.
if he knows he's got a show coming up, he knows to rest his voice, he knows to warm up. He knows all this shit. He's been a quote unquote singer for God, over 30 years.
He's supposed to be a professional.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be, but
But professional what? To quote
Well,
Ferris Bueller.
well, I mean,
Well, you know.
well, yeah. So, like, he knows this. He knows how to rest his voice. He knows how to like warm up his voice. Like, he knows all these vocal techniques, all that shit.
Or he should.
At least he should.
Yeah.
But then he pulls something like this, and I don't know if that was like in the middle of the set or if it was like the very last song or like quarter way into the set or whatnot. But like either way, like if I don't get like if I'm paying for a ticket to see a live show, and the singer's just like, yeah, guys, I can't sing. I'm sorry. I'll catch you next time. And he leaves them, like the beginning of a fucking song. It's like, well, no, I'm asking for my money back because I did not get a full show.
Yeah, and especially on a song like Girls, 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 which is a huge hit for Motley Crue. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a lot of people who were there like, oh, I really hope he plays Girls, Girls, Girls. And
It's
he's
like,
I'm sorry, guys. I got to go.
I mean, you know the songs that he's gonna play.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Girls, Girls,
I'm
Girls.
sure they did
yes.
Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. He's got to do Live Wire, Shout at the
Oh,
Devil.
yeah, Live Wire. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Shout at the Devil. Okay, so there's songs that
Probably same old situation because he comes out on stage with an acoustic guitar, plays for that one.
Oh, he plays guitar?
Apparently.
Does he do that poorly, too?
I don't know. I've never seen him walk off stage going, sorry, guys, my fingers aren't working. I got to go. We'll catch you next time.
Sorry, these strings aren't working out. Yeah, blame it on the strings, Vince. Blame it on the strings.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So as far as like getting back to like, talented members of Motley Crue, like first would be Nicky for me, then Tommy, then Mick, and then
Yeah.
Vince to me doesn't even really in the
Doesn't
sense make the
register.
list. Well, no, because like if he had done like other shit, like if he just said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna sing vocals on like a different like style of music album or something like that, and like whether he succeeded or failed, I would have said, all right, you know what, he at least did it.
He at least tried.
He at least tried, like
Yeah.
much like Tommy with his fucking dance music and whatnot, and fucking
He did dance music?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah. There was like he did a side group. It was Methods of Mayhem, I think. There was another.
Oh yeah, Methods of Mayhem.
Yeah, there was a solo album that he did. Like I dug the single off of that album. It was I forget the name of the song, but I think it was called like "Hold Me Down" or something like that. But I dug the hell out of it. I was
Hold
like,
me down. Sorry.
this is what I have to work with. I knew what I signed up for when I accepted this.
I'm no better than a trained monkey.
I know better than Vince Neil.
Oh man.
But it really kind of puts it into perspective too of like, let's say that, COVID didn't happen and all that shit. Like they were supposed to be on a stadium tour with, Def Leppard, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I think Poison might've been on it. If he had done that during a stadium show, holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Someone actually, I saw a comment on the video that I was talking about where someone said like, there's no way he could hold down a stadium show. Like he just couldn't do it.
No.
Like, it just wouldn't work out.
No. Like arena show, like I've seen him hold it down and whatnot, but like just barely.
Yeah. But man, yeah, that's
It does remind me though, like when I went to go see Motley Crue on their farewell tour at Mohegan Sun with my brother. So we're on the fucking floor, and like Tommy's on like the roller coaster tracks, like they go over.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
At one point in the show, I see this guy like kind of run like down the aisleway, like there's like little aisleways so people get to their seats and whatnot.
Yeah.
Guy's running down, he gets to like right about where we are, and he just starts like flipping off the stage. He's like, and not even like, you guys are fucking awesome. It's just like,
Why?
fuck you guys. I don't know. I wasn't about to ask him. I was just like, dude, piss off.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's also like you can't please everybody.
Well, yeah. Was he bad on that show too? Like on that tour?
To be fair,
I mean, it seems
was-
like he's
it was
kind of always been bad.
It was typical Vince. It was
Typical
just,
Vince, yeah.
I mean, that's like, that's like going to a Kiss concert and just being like, wow, Paul's stage banter was really weird tonight. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's
It's Paul.
Yes, I mean, that's,
yeah.
like you knew this going in.
Well, it's like you going in with.
Yes,
You knew what you were getting into.
I had an inkling, but
Yeah.
didn't
You didn't know you were signing up for Popeye.
No. No. Speaking of which, don't ever do that again. Just
You're banned from the microphone. As a matter of fact, here.
like, look, if this is Hollywood Babylon, like you're Kevin Smith, I'm Ralph Garman. Leave the voices to me, damn it.
Yeah, really.
Goddamn
Oh,
voices,
man.
pal.
Oh man. Oh, Vince Neil, dude.
Yeah, Vin,
Like I'm taking vocal classes myself now, and because I don't really like my voice, and if I put on a performance like that, or if I got to the point where I was like I can't sing, I'd be just flat out embarrassed. I hope he's embarrassed and that he does something about it.
dude, I'm telling you right
He's
now.
probably not.
Chances are he's not.
No, because I mean he's Vince Neil. He's got millions of dollars, and
Yeah, like he's got millions of dollars. He's still got a place
does
in
he
Las
care?
Vegas. Like he's got a house in Las Vegas. I'm sure he's got a place in Los Angeles.
yeah. Well, like, what does he really care? Honestly, at the
Like,
end
to
of
be
the
fair,
day?
he has been divorced a couple of times too. So
I remember. Do you remember when they did I think it was like VH1 or something, did the remaking Vince Neil or something like that? Do you remember
Yes.
that crap where he
I-
like got plastic surgery and stuff?
yeah, it looked like they
and-
hadn't changed him one fucking bit.
yeah.
But I loved like the idea of the show. Like, look, we're gonna give you plastic surgery. We're gonna change your look. We're gonna make you look a little better. We're gonna have you, on a
A little
different.
younger.
Like, we're gonna have you, work with a
Bleached his hair.
like we're gonna have you work on a nutritionist and
Yeah.
lose a couple pounds. We're gonna have you work with Desmond fucking Child to work on a new song, and we'll unleash you into the world, the new Vince Neil. And it's just like, yeah, that didn't last, did it?
No, for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, that's on Vince, right? I mean, he
Yeah.
has to keep it up, and if he can't, then that's on
I
him.
mean, he at least
honestly.
he at least went further than like Vanilla Ice did, because they were just like, look, we want to do this. Nope. Okay, why did you even sign up for this?
Yeah, really. Man, Vince Neil, dude.
Vince fucking Neil. And like even guys like in the industry, like Eddie Trunk, you know who Eddie Trunk
Oh
is?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like he'll even admit, like, he's like the connoisseur of hard rock, heavy metal. He's like,
Yeah.
look, Vince Neil was never a good singer. He was never a good singer back then. He's not a good singer now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he doesn't care, but it's his voice is kind of like, it fits perfectly. Like, his tone fits perfectly for Motley Crue songs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's like, if I'm paying to hear you sing, I want to hear you not only sing, but all of the fucking words.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what pissed me off about like seeing Rob Zombie, or sometimes when you see like certain acts. I think we talked about this before, where they're singing along and then they put the microphone out to the crowd. It's like, bro, I didn't come here to sing. I came here to hear you sing. And like when we saw Zombie, it was sort of like he was singing every other word. Sometimes he'd be like, "Call on me, living dead girl." It's like, bro, like I know he's like running around and doing stuff, but I think you need to make a decision. You're either going to run around all over the stage or you're going to sing. And frankly, I'd rather you sing.
Yeah,
That's just me.
But at least with Zombie, it was more like crowd participation. It isn't
I
like
guess.
this isn't him like out of breath. It's gone.
Yeah, it's not like he was like overweight and that's why he couldn't sing. Like,
Yeah,
he
the
just-
dude's gassed after
Yeah.
one song. It's like,
dude, that was the first song, dude.
like, dude, we got 19 more songs and an encore.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go. Have a good night. Oh man, yeah, that's pathetic. I hate to say that, but it's really kind of sad.
It is.
That's pretty
See,
sad.
like, it's kind of a little different. Like with like, we'll take the examples of like Vince Neil and like Alice Cooper, for example.
All right.
So Vince Neil, like, there's no crowd participation. There's no like other than like, I'm not fucking saying you, raise your hands. Goes the girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Like with Alice Cooper, like it's a little bit different because in the sense of like you're paying to, he's like you're coming to see a show.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the thing that threw me off like the first time because I thought like, oh, okay, he's probably gonna do a little audience interaction other than like kicking balloons out into the stage, like throwing a cane out off the stage or something like that. There's no audience participation or anything like that. It's like you're going to see a show.
Yeah.
So
Although
it's
that
like,
said, like Alice, he can still maintain, like, because the thing is, his vocals aren't all that challenging. He doesn't really like talk sing, but his singing is more like
Kind of.
talking than it is singing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like this vocal style of like Ace Frehley. He's not really singing.
Yeah.
It's more like talking at a different pace.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So in that sense, like putting on the show and doing the performance of the vocals, I don't think it's that big of a deal for him.
No.
But
I mean, it's like for Vince Neil, it's like, dude, you are a singer.
Yeah,
You're a singer.
sing.
If you can't do it, just get off the stage.
I have an interesting question for you. If
Oh,
they
shit.
decided, if Motley Crue or who, well, I guess Motley Crue's done now, but
Well, no, because they got the stadium tour and all that shit. So
wait, they're coming back?
yeah, like they rescheduled it for next year.
But I thought they did their farewell, rest in peace thing.
They did. And then they're like, hey, guess what? Because, The Dirt was so successful on Netflix, they're just like, yeah, we're going back out on tour because fuck it, we don't keep our word about shit.
What are they, Shawn Michaels?
We got our smile back.
Yeah, seriously. We saw the paycheck and whoa, did our smile come back?
Yeah.
Boy, howdy. Man, that is ridiculous. But okay, so I guess this fits. So if Motley Crue were like, Vince, we're sick of your crap, right? you're out of Motley Crue. They've done this before, actually, haven't they?
They did. And
Who did they replace him with?
John Corabi.
Okay, so do you think they could maybe get John Corabi to come back again? Is there maybe heat there?
I don't think so. I think there's probably still some heat there.
What happened? I don't know.
So they were in the middle of recording Generation Swine, the Vince's like comeback album and whatnot. So like all the songs were already written. They're for the style of John Corabi, and then just in the middle of that, they were just like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring Vince back." And John was just like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
So, but I mean, if you go back and listen to it was the self-titled album Motley Crue that had John Corabi on it. If you go back and listen to it, man, you're just like, "Shit, this is pretty fucking heavy."
I don't think I've ever heard. Like, can you name some songs off of it that I might have heard?
Uncle Jack. You probably haven't heard any of them, but
okay.
Smoke the Sky is a really good one.
No.
Uncle Jack.
Nope.
Poison Apple.
Nope.
Power to the Music.
No.
Okay.
I have some research to do.
I got nothing.
I can't help you. But then again, no one can.
Help me to help you.
Sorry, Tom Cruise.
You incomplete me.
I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, you are the Vince Neil of doing that.
I'm the Vince Neil of this podcast, that's for sure.
I can't complete you anymore. I'm sorry. I got to go home.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to go back.
I'll catch you next time.
Wait a minute. I'm already home. Oh, man. I mean, it kind of sucks that there's heat between. It's sort of like we were just playing Brutal Legend, and I was asking about heat between Ozzy and Dio. I always hate when there's heat between, especially people that you respect. I guess I don't really have a dog in this fight when it comes to John Corabi and Vince Neil, but it would be kind of nice, like, especially for the sake of Motley Crue, if they're better with John Corabi, it would be kind of nice if they could get him back so that the stadium tour isn't, full of. All right, bye. I gotta go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I forget who it was. I think it might have been Bill Burr said this quote, but he said essentially, if you pay for a ticket to come and see me, he's like, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So if you pay for a ticket to go see Motley Crue with Vince Neil, like you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So you have no right to complain about it.
I guess.
It's like you pay for a ticket to go see Kiss. Like you're not getting the original lineup.
That's true. And you're getting recorded tracks and stuff, but
yeah. Although to be fair, somebody did tell Eddie Trunk, like, you send him an email just saying like, hey, I actually went to the show in Boston. This was like a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like you could tell that they were using tracks. So I complained to like Ticketmaster or the Garden or something like that. And he's like, I got my money back for the show.
Oh, wow.
Because he's like, look, I paid to see, it says, quote, a live performance. That was not live if they're singing to tape.
Yeah, really.
Like fucking Chris Jericho.
Who still won't admit it, probably.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah.
And who has yet to take up Sebastian Bach on the offer for a sing-off. Like,
why would he?
Even though Jericho threw down the fucking challenge, he's like, look, no filters, no nothing, straight sing-off. It's like, okay. Sebastian's like, hey, man, like, name the time, name a place, I'll be there and I'll kick your fucking ass, dude.
He would, too, no question.
Dude, Sebastian Bach could be 75. And vocally, he would kick the shit out of Jericho.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's funny, though, because I went back and I saw, like, some videos of, like, Sebastian Bach and Chris Jericho together, and I think at one point, I think Sebastian even, like, patted him on the back, and he's like, you got potential, kid. Someday you could, or whatever. And it was just like, man, how far we've come from those days, huh?
Yep.
Jeez. And that's another thing, honestly, like, that's kind of sad, too, because, I mean, I'm not, like, a huge Jericho fan. I don't hate him. And I'm not, like, a huge Sebastian Bach fan. I don't hate him. But I'm not like, oh, my gosh, Sebastian Bach. But, like, I respect both guys. I like Fozzy. I like Skid Row. I don't love the bands, but I like them. No. But to have those guys at odds is another one of those things where it's like, man, that sucks. Like, can't you guys just get, bury your shit and move on. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, not everybody can get along. We're not all like, shiny, happy people like REM wants us to be.
No, and I mean, if we do want to be shiny, happy people, I don't think Michael Stipe's the one to lead the way. Let's be honest about that.
Shiny, happy
Shush.
people.
Hey, copyright.
Copyright strike.
Copyright.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn you.
Seriously. You can't utter like a single syllable of a song or else it's like, copyright strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, man. Well, I got some other stuff you might want to shake your head at.
oh, here we go.
Do you want to do depressing or not as depressing first?
So we can either start at like 0 or a 1?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Surprise me.
All right, so I found a couple of articles.
thought you
You know
were
what?
gonna
I don't think I even want to bring one of them up because there's no redeeming quality to it and there's nothing funny about it.
I thought it was going to be like, so there's an article, this dog died.
No,
Like,
well,
son of a
it's
bitch.
not too far off from that. But here you can see Trump man defecates on neighbor's lawn because they're Democrats. I love this first line. He dumps for Trump. So let's just read this article here. We're getting this from the Daily News, which I think
Oh
is
my God.
through MSN. But
Oh my God, but still, like,
check this out. Like,
oh,
all right, so let me go back up to the top here because I just scrolled by accident here. Oops, crap. Hang on. I'm a pro.
yeah.
A Donald Trump supporting serial pooper was cited.
He's done this before.
Oh, he has. With a misdemeanor in Western Ohio. Weren't we just talking about Ohio? No, that was Idaho. My bad.
Yeah.
In Western Ohio for using his neighbor's lawn as a toilet because of their politics, the smoking gun reports. Jerry Detrick, a former high school teacher, was identified by a neighbor who allegedly spotted the 70-year-old man in the act at 3:15 a.m. Dude, in the town of Greenville, when 59-year-old Matthew Guyette approached Detrick in his yard, the MAGA man got up and walked away. So there's more.
All right, let's pause there for a sec here.
You got this 70-year-old dude
This guy's 70 years old.
taking a dump at 3:15 in the morning. Like, what's he doing at 3:15 in the morning?
Here's the problem. There's no shame anymore.
No.
No. There's no shame anymore, and just people think, like, I can do whatever I want. There's no consequences. It's like,
Yeah.
well, no, if you go and rob a bank, like, shit's going to go down.
And in this case, it literally did.
Yes, it went on to the neighbor's lawn, but still, it's like, that's the thing. Nobody's ashamed of anything anymore.
No.
It used to be back in the day, like, if you did something stupid, you were ashamed of it, and you were like, shit, okay, and fucking you learned from it.
Yeah, but my, how far we've come.
Yeah.
Guyette was able to give police a description which led them to Detrick, who lives a few blocks from the scene of the event. Detrick reportedly confessed to urinating in the yard Guyette shares with his spouse and also said he has defecated on that property on multiple occasions. Jerry also stated he does it because the residents at the address are Democrats and support Joe Biden, and he's a Trump man, reads the incident report from the police. This leads me to believe this incident is politically motivated. Oh, really? What leads you to believe that it's politically motivated exactly?
This leads me to believe this is a cult. Because if you worship somebody so much that
That you take a crap on someone's lawn.
exactly, like if slow down here. I don't want to get wound up just yet. If I don't like my neighbors, you know what I do?
You don't crap on their lawn.
I leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah.
I don't interact with them. I don't wave hi to them.
Yeah.
I don't talk
yeah.
to them. I just go about my day.
Right.
Mind my own fucking business.
Right.
But if you are motivated so much that you're like, I like this guy, I'm going to poop on their lawn because they like somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
you're kind of cultish.
I have a logistical question here. Does he like save it up, or is he just like he just happens to be walking by? He's like, man, I gotta go.
I don't.
Well, they're Democrats. Screw it. Like, does he plan this, or does he just
I can picture him like maybe shotgunning like some hot sauce or something like
on
that.
the way there,
Like on the way there, or,
or
like
in
maybe
his pocket?
before,
He's like,
before
okay.
he leaves or something.
Yeah,
Like just mixes like hot sauce and coffee or something like
it
that.
could
Just like drink the old super brew.
be. Time for some super poop.
Yep.
Oh man.
Some X-Lax for good measure.
Gentle as a rabbit makes you crop like a horse.
Truth be told, I actually almost did shit in somebody's yard once.
Really? Well, is this related to the job where you were cleaning?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. But then you instead shit yourself, if I'm not
Well, yeah,
mistaken.
I did. Yes.
Do you really want to tell that story again?
I can. So long story short, I'm working for a cleaning company. I'm not going to say the name, but they drive yellow vans. That'll be enough for you to tell which one.
They have a really nice jingle too.
No, they don't.
I like it.
Ugh. You're by yourself on that one. So me and this other guy were going to another job in, I want to say like Middletown or something like, I forget where it was, but anyway, so we're going to this job and essentially we're cleaning out a fold out bed. So like the fucking pull out the sofa and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So the guy wants everything cleaned, like the sofa, the bed, the mattress, all that shit. So we're like, all right, no problem. So we go on our lunch break beforehand. We stop at a Burger King, and it was like one of those rare occasions. It was like, for the most part, like if I'm working throughout the day, I don't fucking eat. So it was one of those like rare occasions. Like I'm like, all right, I'm really fucking hungry. Pull into a Burger King. I was just like, all right, you know, I'll get a burger, and I have stuff to drink in the car. I'm good. You know, got a big cheeseburger. I'm like, all right, it's cool. Okay, feel a little better. Cool. 5 minutes into the drive. Oh, come on, not now.
Not here.
Not here. So I'm doing that like you like clench your cheeks together to like prevent yourself from shitting like while I'm there.
Yep.
And
reciting mantras.
Yeah, like, oh, cheeks stay together. Cheeks stay together. So at one point, like it got bad enough. I asked the guy, you know, very nicely. I said, you know, I apologize for asking in advance, but may I use your bathroom? And he goes, no, you may not use my bathroom. Goes in this 5-minute diatribe, and just the whole time I'm just like, fuck's sake, like just fuck. Oh, okay, fine. I got it. No means no. I got you.
Well, this is kind of when COVID was more like people were kind of like really freaking out about it too.
Yeah, for the most part, people were like, look, if you got to pee, that's fine. But if you got to take a shit, like, all right.
Yeah, they draw the line at poop.
Yeah, which all right, I get.
But still.
So there were a couple times I had to go back out to the truck, like, oh, hey, I need you to go get this. All right, sure. Walk out to the truck, and in the guy's front yard, he had like this wall of like logs that you would use for like a fireplace or something like that. So he just had a wall there.
Disguise it perfectly.
Yeah, I was like, shit, I could just go right behind there, just take a shit in the guy's yard. He probably wouldn't find it for a fucking week, and by then it would be too late. So I literally
that cleaner guy crapped in my yard.
So literally, I'm looking around. I'm like, are there any neighbors watching? I'm like, are there any neighbors walking? One of them was walking by. I was like, shit. All right, fuck. Just pretend you're getting someone out of the truck. They go by. I was just like, all right, cool. Then I start looking at the side of the house, front of the house. I'm like looking for like, you know, video cameras.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, no cameras. Cool. By the time I made up my mind, it was just like, I'm still outside. It was just.
Oh man!
I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!"
So you were about to take a crap on his lawn, but then it was.
I would have taken a crap on the guy's lawn. You know, to be fair,
but not because he's a Democrat or Republican.
No,
because
just
nature called.
Nature was
loudly.
screaming. Nature was screaming at me.
Oh man!
But yeah, so to quote CM Punk, I shit my britches.
Oh man!
Please retweet.
Oh man! Well, there's a bit more to this story here.
Oh, there is?
Well, just a bit.
Oh,
Investigators also said they found a wet spot near the hedge where Detrick was seen squatting. He told police he was walking home from a bar. Okay, I guess that kind of answers my question. When he cast his vote on the neighbor's property. According to Guyette's Facebook page, he's been finding piles of manure in his yard since the Obama era, and suspects Detrick is the man who's been shitting on our front yard for the past 10 years. Detrick allegedly confessed to police that he had defecated in his neighbor's yard several times on dates unknown. Dude, 10 years, a decade of taking a crap in your neighbor's yard, and because they're Democrats and support different candidates.
So let's say that you are the guy that owns the house that, you know, the guy was shitting in.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe the past tense is shat. Who cares?
Whatever. He took a shit in the yard. Let's not get into semantics here. But no,
let's split hairs. Daddy's talking.
The grown-up is speaking, girls. This is your conscience. You can stop anytime. You probably won't, but you probably should right now.
Watch it. More Popeye to come.
Don't you dare.
You're like, I'll leave.
But no, like let's just say, because I'm kind of curious in what you would do in this situation.
Okay.
So you're the guy who owns the house.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's been shitting in your yard for the past 10 years because you're quote a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think would be like the best way to resolve said issue?
Well, I would call the police.
Well,
honestly.
okay, the police have been called, but it's like, okay, we're pressing charges on the guy. You know, you take the guy to court.
Yeah.
What would be your terms of like settlement?
I don't know. I mean,
Like, stop shitting in my yard.
yeah, at the very least. I mean, if he had to like, pay to get the lawn, like taken care of in some way, like, cause some people like really take good care of their lawns and like, I guess shit is kind of okay for it because it helps stuff grow. But at the same time,
At
like
the same time, it's only like that one patch.
and who's to say that human crap is good for that application? And I'm sure that, pissing on it is probably not good for it. I don't know. I'm not a lawn guy. I don't have a lawn. I live in an apartment. But I mean, yeah, at the very least, like stop it. But
Like, look,
if I had to pay anything for like a landscaping company to come and do stuff, I'd want you to pay those damages and stuff.
like here's the thing. As a man who has peed on several trees throughout my life, I have not seen a tree wither up and die because I pissed on it.
Oh,
Oh God.
acidic urine.
And you really think about it, it's like what, 90 fucking whatever percent water.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
I guess
Yeah,
so.
so I mean it's fine,
Yeah.
I guess. But so here's my thing. So if I were the guy that owned the house
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I took this guy to court, I would sue I would sue him because okay, he's been doing this for the past 10 years
Yeah.
for a dumb fucking reason. Like, look, if the guy's got to use the bathroom, like he took a shit on my lawn once, like all right. Maybe
Yeah.
the guy's sick. All right, I can let it go.
Yeah. If it was just like an accident, not accident, but sort of like
Yeah.
in your situation where it's like you had no choice, then
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would let it go as long
Yeah.
as like he came back and like cleaned it up, like plastic bag or a shovel or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd let it go.
Yeah.
If he's doing this for the past 10 years and he's not doing anything and he's pissed off at me because I'm a Democrat, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this to me would be the same as like a guy that like hits and runs during a car accident.
Yeah.
Because so
Well,
I would have the guy pay for for a lawn service company to come out, fix the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, okay, you've been fucking with my lawn for the last 10 years for a dumb fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm suing you for fucking money because, well, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, I mean, if you're gonna go crapping on people's lawns because you disagree with them, you might as well be taking a crap on everybody's lawn, right? Because there is something, like you and I agree on a lot of stuff, but there's plenty of things we don't agree on.
Yeah.
So if I were gonna be like, oh, I don't agree with Andy, I'm gonna go shit on his lawn, like I would have to literally do that with everybody. Like, and I don't have the bowels for that, sir.
No, I also don't see you, like, just trying to, like, cover everybody's yard, just, like, getting, like, a case of, like, just, like, getting a case of, like, the super shits and just, like, running down the street, just, like, running, like, zigzagging the yard, just like, all right, got a little there.
Yeah, marking my territory.
Yeah. Like, I don't see you doing that.
No, I mean the thing is, like, listen.
Actually, now I can't see it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't identify as Democrat. I don't identify as Republican. But at the end of the day, we are all different, and we all have our different beliefs and ideas and whatever. And that's what makes the world go round. But to do something literally shitty to someone because of that, you're just being a dick. Like, it's just not called for. I mean, like, if you don't agree with their politics, fine, but do so peacefully in your own home and leave it at that. Sort of like you talking about, if your neighbor's going to be a dick to you, fine, let them be a dick, and I'll just I'll keep to myself or whatever. I won't associate with them.
Yeah.
And if you're at a point where like you don't agree with somebody so much that you don't want to associate with them, then that's fine, but it doesn't mean it calls for you to go and like ruin their property and stuff.
No.
Like, he definitely crossed a line that's just like, dude, like, well, and as far like you asked, like, what would I do? Like, it seems like this has been going on for a while, and they didn't know who was doing it.
Yeah.
If he had found, like, let's change the story a little bit, and he said he knew who it was, and it was only recently he called the cops. The first thing I would do, I probably wouldn't call the cops initially. Like, let's say you were crapping on my lawn, right? Because I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican, and you're crapping on my lawn because you don't like.
Yeah.
Because you don't like my politics.
Because I'm a Trump man. I got truck nuts.
Yeah, pretend you're wearing a MAGA hat, all right? So So the first thing I would do, I wouldn't call the cops on you. I'd be like, why are you crapping on my lawn? And if you're like, because you're a Democrat, I'd be like, well, I get that, but I'm not crapping on your lawn and you're a Republican. So please don't crap on my lawn. And if you don't listen to me and you keep doing it, yeah, then I'm going to call the cops. But I believe very much in confronting the problem where it is. You know, if you just like call the cops on people, it's like if my neighbor were really loud, like sometimes, you know, they play games or whatever, they play music and it never bothers me.
No.
But if it ever got to a point where it bothered me, I would go next door and, you know, knock, 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 knock. Hey, man, would you mind keeping it? Or even like, even if, you know, it was like, hey, man, I'm trying to do something over here. Do you mind just keeping it down? It's sort of like what Liz tried to do outside with our neighbors, and it was like, you ask nicely at least the first time, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves that. You at least ask nicely at least once, maybe twice, and if it keeps happening, maybe then you call the cops. But give people a few chances. Give people chances. You know, you can't just be like, oh, they did it once, I'm going to call the cops on them, because you don't know what's going on their end either. You know.
No, but here's the thing. Like I would go to them once. You know, obviously give them a warning. Like, hey guys, I don't know what's going on here, but like, hey, we have this issue.
Yeah.
How can we resolve this?
Yeah.
And if we get to like a mutual place, like, all right, cool. We're in a good place. Cool. If they do it again, like you can tell somebody's doing it fucking blatantly. It's like, if it gets to that point where it's like, all right, you know what, man, fuck it. I'm calling the cops. Cause you were one, we literally talked about this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it didn't go so smoothly for Liz and our neighbors as you know, I think I told the story on the podcast, but like, they called her a terrorist. They called her a Karen. And it's like, all she really said, like, she wasn't aggressive at all. All she really wanted was like, we can hear you all the way up there. Like, I try to work in this room, you know, especially now that it's hot. It's like 90 degrees today. So, or when it's not 90 degrees, I like to have the window open.
Yeah.
And it's like, if the window's open and their kids are down there playing, like, we can hear everything clear as day. And it's just like, it's just disturbing. And like, there's people who play loud music and stuff. And it's just like, all we want, and we ask nicely, was to just please be respectful of your neighbors. And we even told the office about it. They'd chosen to do nothing about it. And I'm not going to call the cops on kids because it's not like they would do anything anyway.
They're
but
kids.
They're kids, yeah. But it's at the same time, like, I really wish the adults would be like, hey, man, if the shoe were on the other foot and I was up there and, you know, and I had kids down there that were playing loudly and I'm trying to focus on my work up here, I would like to think that they would be like, okay, that's not cool. But people have this problem, sort of like what you were talking about. People can't empathize with other people. People have no shame. People have no guilt. It's just like, well, I'm going to do whatever I want and screw everybody else.
So speaking as a guy who's gotten the cops called on him.
Yeah. What, for noise?
Yes.
Really? What were you doing that was so noisy?
So, like, you've been to my house. So you've been to my house. Oh, okay. Oh, I will. So you've been to my house. You've been.
Yes.
I got the pool area back there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There's like the little like wooden section by the fence where we put like, you know, the lawn chairs, like, lounge chairs and whatnot. There's a little table there. So my parents said, "Hey, we want you to go, you know, waterproof that section because, you know, summer's coming. We don't want it to get fucked up because of rain, all that shit." I was like, "All right, that's cool. You know, is it okay if I keep in mind this is how long ago it was?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Can I, you know, bring my fucking boombox out so I can listen to music while I do it?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." So I'm out there. I'm playing like Aerosmith, Just Push Play. I'm playing Marilyn Manson, Hollywood.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, my dad's coming like towards the pool. I'm like, "Hey, Dad, what's going on?" He's like, "Turn that down." I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Cops are in the front of the house." I'm like, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
Man.
It was the neighbor behind us. And he'd called the cops on my family several fucking times.
Really?
Because like my older brother, as you remember,
did they used to have band practice at your house?
He would have band practice in the garage, and like apparently like he called the cops on me because he's like, my wife is trying to watch the television, and
Is
she
he
can't hear it.
British?
He is.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like she's trying to watch the telly and she can't hear it because there's loud noises coming from the neighbors. And it's like, dude, Jesus Christ.
That's the thing about disturbing the peace that's kind of unfortunate is that you can disturb the peace at any time of day. So even though it's the middle of the day, you're in your own property, you're just playing music because you want to pass the time, you want to enjoy your work or whatever, because you have to do this kind of crappy task in the first place. You want to get as much enjoyment out of it as you can. So you put on some music that you like to rock and roll to it,
Yeah.
Cool. But like,
and like the knob, to be fair, was not all like not cranked up to 10 or anything like blasting.
It was to 11.
No, it wasn't like, saying anything where I'm like standing outside of his house just blasting like Marilyn Manson or something like that. Just like, do something, fucker.
Or I'll crap in your lawn, you Brit. Well, that's really not necessary. We're polite to you. Why can't you be polite to us? We're just trying to watch the telly.
Oh, this wanker's sure got some problems, don't he? So
So it wasn't particularly loud.
no, if like 1 to 10, it was at like a 6.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, we live in downtown Lowell, and we have people all the time who drive by with their cars or their motorcycle, and they're just blaring music. Or sometimes, let's go out of downtown Lowell. You go into some rural area, and someone's like mowing the lawn, and it's sort of like the situation you're talking about, where they have like music on and they're cranking it because they're working in the yard. Maybe they're like watering their garden or whatever, and they got music going. Like, to call the cops on that is sort of like, again, first step for me would be to go, if I was Mr. Britt or Mrs. Britt, I would come over to you and I'd be like, excuse me, sir, but my wife is trying to watch the telly. Would you mind just turning it down just a wee bit? I know you want to play some music and, pass the time while you're doing some work, but we'd really like to watch the telly, please. And I'm sure you'd be like, oh, yeah, sorry, man, no problem. That's step one. Step one is not, hey, police, come and get him. Like, it's just, dude, be reasonable about it, you know? Because that's perfectly natural for people to want to put on like a boom, like you did, put a boombox outside and get some yard work done. Like, that's kind of what people do, you know? And yeah, you could wear headphones, but I mean, come on.
To be fair, like, keep in mind, like, back in those fucking days, like, talking like an old man here.
You kind of couldn't. Like, you
really
didn't have Bluetooth headphones
no,
or anything.
there were no Bluetooth headphones, and like even then, like, I didn't have a CD Walkman. Number two, like, those things were pretty unreliable as far as like staying clipped onto like a belt or whatnot. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It's like, well, fuck. Why am I even doing this?
Yeah. And the other thing too is it sounds like, I mean, aside from Marilyn Manson, who could be, kind of vulgar, it's like, just push play. Yeah, he says like fucking it once, right? Like, gotta bleep it anyway.
Fucking A.
Yeah. So I mean. But, like, it's not like what you were listening to was particularly vulgar either.
No.
So it's like, dude, like, relax.
It's,
And again, just, like, give people an opportunity to right their wrongs. Go over there and be like, hey, man, you're being too loud. Would you mind keeping it down? And if you tell them to go screw, then they can come crap in your yard.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, too. Like, I think he came over once. I vaguely remember this. He came over once. Like, my mom and I were in the garage. We're trying to clean something out. And he came over because the dog was barking. And I'm not saying, like, little Oliver. This is back when
Ashley?
This was Ashley, the Great Dane.
Mm-hmm. So Ashley probably had a bit of a bark on her. She could probably, yeah. Yeah.
This big fucking bassy fucking bark and whatnot.
Yeah.
Big fucking dog. Total sweetheart, though.
And he called the cops because of the dog.
Well, no, he didn't call the cops. He came over. And he's starting to come up the driveway, and my mom knows he's coming to complain about something, and she's like, she's had it by this point.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you know what? No, go home. Please just go home. I don't care what the fuck it is. Just go home. Go home. Leave us alone.
Man.
And she just hit the button for the garage door. Just. And I just looked at her. I was like,
rude.
I was like, shit.
Your mom became a rock star for a minute there.
Kind of.
Oh man, that's awesome. Man.
Anyways, fuck that guy. Anyways.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, again, like, I really do feel like people, like you said, people deserve at least chance number one to right the wrong.
At least one chance.
Yeah. Because otherwise, like, if understanding is reached only after confrontation, you have to at least confront them once, and if you can come to an understanding, great. And if you can't, and it's really bothering you, then maybe call the cops. But
well, it's like what Jim Ross said: converse, don't confront.
Yes.
People are much more willing to work with you if you converse with them instead of confronting.
Yes.
If I confront you about something, chances are it's not going to go well.
Right.
If I converse with you like we're doing now,
right.
All right, shit. Okay, let's work with each other here.
Exactly. Yeah, man, that's just not called for.
Yeah.
But hey, at least he hasn't crapped in your lawn yet.
Not that we know of.
Have you had any incidences where you've had stuff like that happen?
Like somebody crap in the yard?
Yeah.
No, like we've had people like walking by with their dogs.
The dog clean it up.
Yeah, the dog craps in the yard. They don't clean it up. They just keep walking. It's like, fucking whatever.
Some people just have no responsibility, and that seems to be more true today than ever.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
And it's also in the sense of like, the walking path near my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's like, I think there's like one or two places on there where like the town set up this like little dispensary box so you can pick out like a plastic bag you
Oh,
carry
yeah.
it with you so you can clean up after your dog.
Yep.
Either that thing would be just like beaten to shit and all the bags are gone, and there's just shit all over the walking path.
Ugh.
And it's like, guys, come on, man. Like you can go to like a fucking Walmart, buy like 100 pack of bags for like $5.
Yeah. And
it's
don't
all-
they make like like carrying cases for
Yeah.
that sort of thing?
Yeah,
where
like
it's
a
like
little
it's really
keychain.
tiny. Yeah.
It's like a
super
little
tiny.
keychain, like in the shape of a bone or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You can carry bags, and is it the most convenient thing in the world to have to do it? No, but guess what? That's part of dog ownership. If you're gonna take the responsibility to own a dog, then you better have the responsibility to clean up after it, because that's part and parcel with the whole gig.
Exactly.
You know?
Like you don't raise a child, let it keep shitting in a diaper and just going, somebody else will clean it.
Right.
'Cause otherwise, eventually that kid's gonna grow out of that diaper, is gonna start shitting all over the house, and you've got a house full of shit now.
Right. Or somebody's lawn.
Or somebody's lawn, or their pants.
Or their pants. And those pants will fill up fast, let me tell you. Unless they're hammer pants, in which case they might have a little while.
Maybe. I mean, then again, who wears hammer pants anymore?
Probably nobody.
Nobody.
They're not really in phase. If anything, now it's like skinny jeans are kind of the thing. Right? I don't even know. I'm talking like I know fashion. I have no idea.
Yeah, you and I are fashionistas here.
Yeah, look at us. Come on
Yeah.
now. Oh man,
All right, so you said you had another article.
I did, but it's too depressing. I don't want to bring it up.
Come on, man.
You really want to know what it was?
Give me the basic of it, at least.
All right, long story short, so it's a different culture, right? So it happened in India, but basically, a bride at a wedding had a heart attack and died.
I heard about this story. Okay, I know
And
exactly
then-
where you're going.
Yeah,
That guy's an asshole.
You think he's an asshole?
I think he's an asshole.
Why? Because he married the sister?
He married the sister. The woman that was going to be his bride is in the next fucking room.
That's what does it for me.
That's what did it for me.
That's what did it for me. Yeah, because here's the thing, like,
It's like, not only is it like, okay, not only are you marrying now the sister on the day you were supposed to marry somebody else,
yeah,
but it's like her corpse isn't even fucking cold yet.
yeah. That's how I feel about that part of it. Because I mean,
It's
we
like,
have to.
you look at the sister. There's like, oh shit, she's dead.
Yeah,
All right, you'll do.
yeah, dude.
So that tells me either A, the guy's cheating on the guy was cheating on his bride to be,
I don't know about that.
or maybe a cultural thing. I don't know. But again,
Yeah. So for those who don't know, in India and in a lot of places in the world, arranged marriages are still very much a thing.
Mm.
So it sounded to me that this was an arranged marriage, and because they wanted to keep it within the same family, they sort of like kind of quickly came up with a solution to marry the sister, because the marriage wasn't necessarily based out of love per se. It was an arranged marriage, so that it was like, okay, I hate to say it, but it's like the next best thing. I don't really have a better way to say it, because I wish I did. But, and listen, we may not understand that, we may not agree with that or whatever, but that's their culture, and I respect that. But where I draw the line is where you seem to draw the line, which is, yeah, dude, like if her body is in the next room, like that is a whole nother level of messed up. And I don't know how like the family members, like, if I don't know about you, but if I were at a even a wedding from that culture, like I just feel like if I were there and the bride dies and then we have to move on and now there's another bride, like how do I as an attendee of that wedding not be like upset about the bride?
Should we do something about this? Or?
Yeah. Like how is no one being like, can we maybe like take a time out to process this first? Like
we can reschedule this. Like,
yeah. Does it have to happen right now?
Yeah, like look, my brother is the justice of the peace. I'm pretty sure he can move his schedule around
Like,
for you guys.
Like I get like, okay, we move it to now he's gonna marry her sister. Like that doesn't really bother me so much. But does it have to happen like right now? Like was there like time is ticking or something like that? Like
Yeah, like full moon's coming. If we don't do this, the world's gonna die.
Like I don't know. I mean, maybe that's another cultural thing that we don't understand. It's not addressed in the article that I had, but at the same time, like, yeah, why couldn't they have waited? Like again, because as an attendee, I'd want to just process that, and I would think that the sister of the bride who just died would need more time probably than anybody else, because like my sister just died.
Yeah, like literally just fucking died in the next.
And you want me to
room.
have a matrimony right now? Like,
Yeah.
can I maybe process this first?
Like you're not even getting time to process it. You're not. there's no time to even bury the body. It's just
And like now you look back on that wedding and like, the weddings are supposed to be a joyful time, a celebration, and now you can't help but be like, yeah, but my sister was dead in the other. It's like, dude.
yeah, like that's a wedding story in a sense. I'd love to hear them tell their kids one day.
Yeah, to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, it's like, how was your wedding? Well,
It's all fun and games until the bride had a heart attack and died.
well, your original mother,
Oh, your original mother.
your original mother, who I was supposed to marry, died. So I just looked at the sister, went, "You'll do."
Yeah, man, that is a rough pill to swallow, dude.
it
That's why I
really
didn't want to
is,
bring it up because I'm like, it's so depressing.
It kind of is, but it's also like another way to just kind of like look at the world too, in the sense of like, all right, yeah, we have that different culture. Like, this is
Yeah.
fucked up.
I wouldn't go so far as to say it's fucked up. I mean, it's
I mean,
just we don't understand
well, no,
it.
it's
I don't necessarily agree with arranged marriages, but I
I'm
understand.
not
it's
saying with the
still a
part with the
thing.
arranged marriage. I'm saying like, hey, like
Moving
the-
on so quickly.
like the bride just died.
yeah,
All right, let's
That-
let's get your kids married.
yeah, and that has nothing to do with arranged marriages. That's just like the bride is dead, and they didn't seemingly want to wait to process that before they moved on with the wedding. And it's
No,
like,
what-
why?
like we're talking about the last story, being empathetic towards people too. It's
Yeah.
just like,
It's weird how they all tie together.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like how. Like there's just that complete lack of empathy there. That's my big fucking problem. With it.
Yeah, it just feels so selfish.
It
Like,
really
well,
does.
well, it's supposed to be my wedding day. It's gonna still be my wedding day. This person is dead, but whatever. We planned this, so
Yeah, but and still,
dude, roll tide.
Bruce, take your pill.
Oh
But-
man.
But yeah, just that lack of empathy. And like let's just move the culture thing off to the side for a quick second. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, but again, it
Get
just
out
it
of
goes. Stay over there. Anyways, but again, it just goes back to just like that's like yeah, okay, he married the sister. Okay, that's a dick move in and of itself. But again, like you're at a what like.
You're like, how do I phrase this?
How do I phrase it? Okay, if you're getting married to Liz
Yeah.
and she drops dead at your wedding,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a dick move to just go, well, your sister's here. All right, let's do it.
But I think again, well,
Like I'm
you
saying,
did
like
move the cultural thing aside,
Yeah.
yes, because that's the thing. I think a lot of that whole problem for in general, like from our perspective, hinges upon that because we don't really understand the cultural ramifications. Now, from this side of things, from our cultural perspective, if Liz had a sister, which she doesn't, but let's just say that
for the
theoretically,
sake of
that-
argument, yes.
yeah, for the sake of argument, that did happen. There is no way in hell I would do that.
No.
Because well, first of all, our marriage would be based on our mutual love for one another and not an arranged situation. And second of all, like, well, I guess that's really the whole thing is like, I'm not in love with her sister. I'm in love with her. So why would I go and marry her sister if that's not who I've been in a relationship with for the better part of over a decade?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But again, like you kind of have to take in mind that cultural element that we set aside because that's not necessarily how things work.
But again,
You're like, but I don't want to.
don't make me.
What were we just saying about not being selfish, Andy?
Well, no,
Oh, man.
here's the thing. It's okay to be selfish every now and then.
Yeah.
See, there are situations. Yeah, you got-
Self-care, taking
Self-care,
care of yourself.
Yes, that I'm still trying to basically unlearn everything that I learned when I was a kid.
Mm.
You know, like, hey, you got to put everybody else first. Don't think of yourself. That's just selfish. That's just wrong. It's like
Mhm. There's a time and a
no,
place.
there's a time and a place. Like, you pick your battles with it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
certain.
there's sometimes where like even though that might be your top priority, sometimes that does have to take a little bit of you have to be a little bit reasonable about it. You have to kind of you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can't be like so self-involved that like that trumps everything,
no.
but you do need to make time for yourself and take care of yourself because otherwise
Otherwise,
no one
your-
else
your,
will.
Your body is going to do it for you.
Right.
Like, it's going to start breaking down. You're like, oh shit.
Right. And I mean, unless you have like an amazing partner or something, even an amazing partner is not going to fully take care of you. Only you can fully meet your needs because only you really
No.
know what they are.
No, but it does help if you have somebody who understands.
Absolutely.
Like if you have somebody,
complete me.
Swear to fucking God. Almost did a Macho Man. They're like, Bruce, I swear to God, I'm gonna knock you on the fucking window right down. You're gonna go splat.
Right onto the kids, no doubt.
Oh yeah, look out below, kids. Geronimo, huh? He's falling for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of.
Oh gosh.
Bonesaw was ready.
But he wasn't.
Bruce wasn't.
Oh man.
Check out the carcass. First name your, last name Diddle.
Oh man.
Cops come to find out what the hell happened. Just go like on the warrior, and I'm like, he was not powerful enough with the power of the warriors. The full moon.
Spaceship.
We're going to Mars. The cops like, look, we're pretty sure you did this. Like, just get in the fucking car. Even if you're not guilty, like we're gonna say you did it. The streets will be safer.
And then 5 minutes after I'm dead, you will have a podcast with another partner.
We'll call it the Dingo Warrior Cast. Speaking of which, I actually watched like part of that A&E biography on the Ultimate Warrior. Like I haven't watched Dark Side of the Ring. I want to, but I can't find it on demand for some reason. So
I'll dude, before you go, I'll smarten you up.
Smart me up. Like,
Yeah.
that's parent lingo for I'm gonna fucking hit you.
No, I'll smart. It's sort of like wrestling. But I'll smarten you up to the inside, the deep cuts.
And I'm pretty sure I can find it on YouTube, but still,
You can, but there's kind of crappy version. I'll show you what's what.
Anyways, yeah, but like have you watched any of the A&E biographies?
No, I want to watch the Bret Hart one though.
Okay, that is tonight.
Okay, I'll probably watch that one then. It's at 8:00, right?
8:00, I think.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. So maybe like when we wrap up, I'll watch that.
Yeah, or just DVR it and watch it tomorrow or something after work.
Yeah, something. Well, yeah, because I got to get my second COVID shot tomorrow. So
Yeah, so which, speaking of which, do you have any symptoms after your first one?
I didn't have symptoms per se. My
But, like,
arm
any-
was sore and I
Okay.
was a little bit fatigued for like a couple days. But that's
All right.
that's even really saying more than like because I don't know, like I just felt like I really needed to take a nap, but I wasn't
Alright.
like, oh my gosh, like I'm dying. Like
All right.
I've heard that the second one is worse, but then again, I've also heard that everybody takes it differently. So
Yeah.
and like I told you earlier, I feel like I rolled high on my Constitution roll.
Yeah.
So I'm not really that worried about
No
it.
idea what that means, anyways. But
Dungeons
hey,
and Dragons, D&D reference.
Never-
Constitution sort of
never-
dictates your. Forget it.
you said dick.
Did?
Dictation.
Dictation.
It dictates.
Oh, it dictates. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I did.
Anyways, yeah. So like, here's the thing with the second shot.
Mm-hmm.
I had a sore arm for maybe half a day, and I took a nap for like 4 hours.
Right on. Well, which one did you get? Pfizer? Or
I got
Moderna?
Pfizer.
Okay, see, I got Moderna. I don't know if it's much
Okay.
different, but
But-
my arm was actually sore for a couple days, like
No,
almost a week. Honestly, it was kind of
No,
sore.
mine was sore for like maybe half a day.
Huh?
But from what I understand, like as long as you keep yourself like hydrated and take like some vitamin D, you should be fine.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
I
you-
did
you-
not take vitamin.
And you'll
D.
probably still have like the soreness in your arm, but you know that's whoops.
Yeah. Whoops.
Like if that's the worst thing that you get, like
Well,
you're fine.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Like, because I was never really worried about COVID in the first. Like for myself, I'm worried. I'm worried on behalf of like others around me who are
Yes,
more at high
you are
risk.
empathetic. I love that.
Yes, I try anyway.
Ugh.
But yeah,
See,
I try to be. I mean,
you try to.
I'm
be,
not
but
perfect at it, and
No.
there are definitely times, like especially dealing with customers, where I'm just like, spit it out. But I try really hard to love thy neighbor as thyself, as one would say.
Speaking of which, if you click on the channel link here, you can watch Bruce's customer service videos.
Yes, although I haven't done any in a while, but
But still, they're funny.
thank you. I couldn't believe how many
And
views like the first one got. It was ridiculous.
Fucking relatable too. Jesus Christ.
and the thing is, working in customer service, like they write themselves. I can literally ad-lib that
Dude.
stuff, and I'm not like bragging. It's just literally they write themselves. They literally do. You know, well, you know.
All too fucking well.
Yeah. Well, you had it a lot worse because you had to work in emergency situations. Mine, I don't have people being like, "My car is broke. Do something about it." The people I deal with are just like, "I need the service." Like,
I had a guy screaming at me for one of the dumbest fucking reasons ever. he was,
Customer being unreasonable?
yeah, I know. You can't write this stuff.
Mind blown.
So he wants to cancel his mom's AAA membership, which, okay, yeah, there are ways to go about it. If, the actual member calls up, says, hey, I don't want to be a member, verifies information. Okay, we're going to cancel that. Looks like you have some credit coming back to you. We're going to send you a check. No problem. Or if you pay with a credit card, it'll go back on your card within, a couple days. It happens. So this guy calls up and he says, my mom died. First thing I think I was like, be empathetic. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear about that, sir. He goes, oh, thank you. But, I need to cancel her membership. And, I have power of authority, so you have to do it. And I'm like, I can't really do that over the phone.
Oh, is it a policy thing you couldn't do?
Well, no, because it's like, because I could call up some places and just say, well, I have power of authority. You have to do this.
That's true. You kind of need paperwork to show that.
Yes, like you need the paperwork to show that and just say, okay, yes.
That makes sense.
So I even said, like, let me double check with the supervisor. Just want to make sure I'm not giving you false information that, you'd have to come in or anything. It's like, all right, fine. Talk to a supervisor. Supervisor's like, yeah, he has to come in and prove that he has power of attorney. Otherwise, it's, he can say whatever he wants. And
right.
You can't exactly take him at his word for it.
Right.
I'm like, all right, fair enough. So I told him that, I'm sorry, sir. Unfortunately, you got to come into, one of the offices. You have to obviously show proof that you have, power of attorney. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. You guys are fucking pieces of shit. Just fucking goes off on me for 5 fucking minutes.
Dude.
And, like, it was, I can't tell you how many times, like, I wrote down the call number, wrote down the time, wrote down the day, so that they would, like, the managers would have all the information for the call, because they could go back and listen to whatever call they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I almost, like, kept a log for, like, a week. Just saying, like, look, these are the people that are screaming at me. I didn't do a damn thing wrong. We need to change this. And they're just like, no. Like, there was a lady that was fucking screaming at me, calling me a fucking asshole, because she was out in California, but she wanted the person who was, sitting for her house to have her car towed. And it's like, well, no,
you
because
need to be present.
Like, you need to be there.
Yeah.
Like, there are obviously times where, like, okay, member's not able to be there. Like, hey, car accident, taken to the hospital. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's kind of understandable.
Yeah.
If a member's been waiting for a particularly long time, manager will tell them, like, all right, you can go home. We'll take care of this. Don't worry about it.
So there are extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just
just the fact that you're in California is not really an extenuating circumstance.
Yeah. And, like, even at the end of the call, I was like, ma'am, I hope you're totally satisfied with your service and you have a great day today. She goes, I can't believe you just fucking said that. You fucking, and just goes off on me for like 5 more minutes. I'm like, can we do something about this?
Yeah, really.
So I sent an email to my supervisor and, like, the supervisor for membership services. I'm like, hey, can we do something about this? Like, this was completely fucking uncalled for. Like, I'm backing your policies that you pay me to fucking back up and fucking enforce here.
Right.
And you're basically, with no response, you're telling me, I can't do anything about it. Sorry.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It's like, you know what?
But I mean, I get it in the sense that, like, it's an emergency service, so they can't, like, just cancel their membership. But at the same time, if you're going to be abusive to people,
here's the thing.
there should be some ramification for that. It goes to your point about, like, there needs to be, you need to be held responsible for things you do wrong.
Like, that's one of the simple, like, physical laws of the universe, is that for every action, there's a reaction.
Right.
There are consequences for your actions.
Right. But apparently not in some worlds.
No. Apparently not in customer service. And to be fair, was this an emergency situation? No.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, this person was at a residence, cars in the driveway.
No issue.
Perfectly safe.
Yeah.
Just the car wouldn't start. To which, okay, I'm sorry about that, but we need a member to be present.
Right. And it's not like you control. That's the thing, too, is people, when they call in, like, you are the voice of the company, so to speak, but it's not as though that means you have any power. But people assume, like, oh, like, you can do something about it. And, like, I was telling Liz the other night, one of my least favorite questions because we have certain things we have to ask, and one of the things is, like, let's say you call in and you ask for somebody, or I need to direct you to somebody else. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to connect you with so-and-so. Now, if they don't answer, I have to ask this. If they don't answer, is it okay with you if I transfer you to their voicemail so you could leave them a message? Well, no, I want to speak to somebody on the phone. Okay, I understand that, but this is the only person that you can talk to, and I cannot make them answer.
Yeah.
So what would you like me to do then?
It could be their day off. You have no idea.
Right. So, okay, what would you like? Like, they don't understand. Like,
No.
I have no control over. And the other thing I love, too, is, all right, so, this is up to the branch now to reach out to you and schedule this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure you'll be hearing from them. Well, when am I going to hear from somebody? Well, let me grab my 8-ball and figure, okay, yeah, you're going to get a call on May the 5th at 5 in the morning. Like, I don't know. How the hell do you want me to figure that shit out? Like,
Yeah.
just come on, be like, okay, can I ask you, okay, when am I going to win the Powerball? When are you going to get a call back? When am I going to win Powerball? Yeah, you can't answer that, can you? You know why? Because you can't predict the future. Dick. I just unleashed, sorry.
And I mean, here's the thing too. Like for anybody out there that's like, oh, you're just a disgruntled employee, you're probably bad at your job. Like, I was actually pretty damn good at it. Like, I was there for
Yeah.
about 3.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, both of us, I can say with all confidence that both of us have very high work ethic. I've worked with you, and I just know you, and I know that you,
And, like-
when you just do your shit. Like, I just know that's how you are. You're a responsible guy.
Yeah.
You might sell yourself short and be like, I'm not responsible. No, but really, when it comes to being serious about
Like,
your
alright,
work,
Like, yeah. Like
you have work ethic.
because I picked that up from my dad, which
Yeah.
I'm trying to unlearn that as well. Because like what he would do when when he was younger was he would have I think like 4 weeks of vacation per year or something like that.
Mm.
So he would maybe take a week off during the summer and then just save up the rest of it and just take like the entire month of December off.
Mm.
So I'm trying to like unlearn that and just say, hey, you know what? I'll take a week here. I'll take a week here. Maybe a week here.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
I guess if that whatever
depending
works,
on what it
maybe
is.
that worked for him. But
It worked for him because the guy was a workhorse.
yeah,
Like dude literally worked until the day he died.
yeah,
So I'm trying to unlearn that. But here's the thing too. Like, yeah, I'm like when you work with me, like, yeah, I'm a goofy motherfucker, but I will bust my ass because
Oh,
fuck it,
yeah.
I'm on the clock. You're paying me to fucking do a job.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
And-
yeah, from what I know, you're always really respectful of the job that needs to be done. I've never had a reason to think otherwise. That's why, like, when I was starting my own company or whatever, if it ever got to the point where I could hire somebody else on, you would be the first person I would tap to be like, I need help. Like, I need someone to edit video. And even if you're like, I don't know how to do it, I know that I could show you how to do it, and you'd be like, no problem, and you'd be on it. And I could just
I thought the job would have been like, here, dress up in this mascot.
okay.
Okay.
Drum up some business, monkey. No, but seriously, like if that had taken off and if I'd gotten anywhere with it, you would have been my first hire, no question, because I
Yeah.
know your work ethic.
So, but here's the thing too, is I was there for 3.5 years. In that 3.5 years, I had 3 different supervisors.
Mm.
The first one, I talked to her a little bit. She was nice, lived in my town. I was like, all right, cool. Kind of a friendly face in town. Like, she even ran
Mhm.
into me when I was working the second job at Home Depot, too. So
Mm.
she's like, wait, what the hell are you doing here? I'm like, I work a second job because college didn't work out.
I don't get enough money.
It's-
Mommy.
It's just me, my pet rat, George.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But like the second supervisor that I had, holy fuck, I would follow this lady into fucking battle.
Oh yeah, you've mentioned her. Yeah.
Yeah, because like she was the kind of supervisor, like if you were going into battle, she wouldn't like sit back and just, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this.
Mm.
She'd be like, fuck it, let's go kick some
Yeah.
ass. Like, fuck yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, but then you get other supervisors who are just like, good luck.
Yeah, they're just like, fine, go on.
I think my supervisors are sort of somewhere in the middle. Like they sometimes come up to bat for you, and other times, like the other day, like I love one of my supervisors to death. She's really really cool and everything. But like I had a guy call in, and this is pretty rare for me. But this is basically an emergency situation, like flat out emergency situation. A guy called in and he was very upset because one of our drivers was driving like an asshole. And I guess he brake checked him a couple times and then flipped him off and was like swearing at him and stuff. And I guess this guy had his wife and his kids in the car and he was like, I need to speak to a manager. And I was like, and our usual protocol for that is we take down their information and we have an email that we send it off to, and then someone from that division follows up with them to kind of smooth it over and whatever.
Yeah.
This guy was not having it. He was like, no, he wouldn't give me his name. He wouldn't tell me like where he was. He's like, I'm in New Mexico. They're heading south. So like I had to like really pry to get information out of him. And I went to get my manager because I didn't know who else to send him to. If I have no information, like
Yeah, it's
I don't have anywhere to direct this to. Like, because we have locations throughout the country. So for all I know, it's like pick a dart and just like dong, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, the best thing I could do in this case would be to reach out to my supervisor. She can't do shit for him, but he wants a manager, give him a manager, right? That's what he's at. Try to make him happy, right? Even if it's not what's going to help him, make him happy. And so I reach out to her and I'm like, hey, man, like the woman, hey, chick, this dude, hey, person, this guy wants to talk to a manager. But when I explained the situation, she's like, okay, well, you send an email to Fleet. And I was just like, I know I have to send an email to Fleet, but that's not what he wants. Like, ah. And sometimes I just feel like they just like pass the policy through you. Like they hear it, but they're like policy. Like they just don't.
They hear you, but they don't listen.
Yes. Yeah. They're just like, well, this is what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, I know that's what I'm supposed to do, but I can't do that. So what do you want me to do instead? So it was kind of one of those situations where I'm like really frustrated, but I mean, I got through it. The guy actually ended up hanging up. So it was like, I guess the problem solved itself. And I still sent an email with the information that I had to where I was supposed to send it. But it was like, can you please just take the call? Like, so it's sort of in between. It's like, yeah, she'll usually come up to bat for you. Like my manager in particular, her name is Sharon. I love her. She's a peach. I actually teach her son guitar. She's fantastic. I feel like she would literally lay down across a railroad track for me. Like literally. Like she seems to absolutely love me. And I'm not saying that the other people don't, but I just feel like her in particular, like she, and all of them value me, but of them all, I feel like she really values me the most. And I don't really know why. I mean, like why her in particular, but it's good to know that
it's appreciated.
It's very much appreciated. Yeah. Because like she hits me up all the time to test stuff for her. Like, hey, I had this situation come up. Can you test this out for me? I'm like, yeah, totally. Or like when we're designing stuff for like to enhance the experience for the call center, she hits up me to test the stuff. And it's like, she's always throwing more stuff at me because she knows I'll deliver. So like she knows and she's willing to work with me too. Like we've had conversations about now that I'm switching my job over and what that's going to look like. And she's looking at all the options. Like she's even like, okay, so we might not be able to keep you on full time, but we could drop you down as a temporary employee through the agency that we use. And they might even offer benefits, get in touch with them. And like, she's trying to like play the cup game as much as possible for me to make it work for me, but also to make it work for them. And it's like, dude, like that, if nothing makes you feel appreciated, like that most certainly does. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, man. You got to find every manager in the country should read They Call Me Supermensch by Shep Gordon.
Not familiar.
Okay, so he's Alice Cooper's manager.
Ah, okay.
Has been for years. He's a movie producer and whatnot. But his basic policy is like, I don't want to look for a situation where just one of us wins. Like, I want both of us to win.
Yeah.
And like he's called Supermensch because he's a fucking nice guy.
Yeah.
But I'll send that book up here or bring it up.
Yeah, I'd be curious to check that out. I got one. Liz actually just gave me one to read, but I can check it out after that.
And there's also a documentary. I don't know if it's on Netflix or whatnot, but
they call me Supermensch.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think Mike Myers did it. So.
As in Mike Myers?
No, Mike. Like, yeah. Do I Mike you, Randy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that Mike Myers.
I thought maybe the killer from Halloween. You know, the fictional character?
The
fictional character.
Yes. But, no, so like I even got her like the supervisor that I liked. I got her a copy of that book for Christmas because I'm like, you fit this fucking description so fucking well. I don't know if she made it through a chapter of the book.
Yeah.
Like she never talked to me about it or anything like that. But like the first chapter is essentially like, he hears like screaming out by a pool. He thinks like some guy is like killing a girl, and it turns out it's somebody fucking Janis Joplin.
Oh, jeez. What's the female version of Mensch?
I don't know. I think Mensch is.
Or is Mensch just generally like good person?
I think Mensch is. It's generally just like good person.
Good person.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't. For some reason, I thot it was a male. Like
no, there might
male
be.
gendered.
There's very very few Yiddish words that I actually know. Like
okay.
Mensch is one of them. Yenta is another one.
Yeah, although I don't know what it means.
Yenta is somebody who's just a very gabby person, like somebody who like spreads gossip around.
I think the most Yiddish I know is like oi vey, oi gewalt.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Chutzpah.
Don't know chutzpah.
Got a lot of chutzpah.
Chutzpah?
Yeah.
What's chutzpah?
It essentially means you got some balls on you.
Okay.
You got a lot of balls.
Is it schmutz or schmaltz or something?
Schmutz or schmaltz, yeah, it's like shit.
Like, yeah, you get stuff on you.
Yeah,
like,
you
got a little schmutz on your shirt.
Yeah.
You got a little schmutz on your lawn. It's probably from a Republican.
Yeah. It's a part of the Dump for Trump campaign or something like that.
Dump for Trump, yeah.
Yeah.
He dumps for Trump.
But no. So, anyways, getting back to the supervisor, like, so for those thinking like I was a bad employee or anything like that, so they had a lot of metrics that they would have you like. You would have to meet these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like your adherence had to be over like 86%. Mine was consistently, keep in mind, consistently within the range of like 89 to 92%.
Dang.
Meaning like, hey, you're arriving on time, you know, you're going on your breaks on time, you're doing this on time, you know, X, Y, and Z on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty damn good at that.
Yeah.
One of the other metrics, and I know I'm getting all inside baseball here, they recorded your AAR numbers, which AAR is, you know, AAA approved repair facilities. Like a garage that's like in conjunction with AAA, they offer members benefits, all that
Like
shit.
an authorized repair shop kind of thing.
Not really authorized, but like, hey, if you're a member and you go to this place, you get perks and benefits.
Oh, okay, okay.
So when I first started, you had to get numbers over, I think it was like 6%. At that time, I was getting around 8%.
Dang.
Like per week is what you had to maintain, is like 6%.
That's
Then
crazy.
they raised it up to 8%.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, Andy can do it, so.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, fuck, this sucks.
Dude, isn't that the worst when, like, I don't know if it happens because, like, they notice it, but, like, I feel like sometimes they start incorporating stuff because they see, like, one or two agents, like, are really good at something, and they're like, well, everybody can do that.
Yeah.
So then it's like, so it's like if you hit 8%, it's like, oh, well, then Bruce can hit 8%. It's like, no, I can't. But
Yeah. So by the time I left, like, when they're like, oh, you got the 8%, like they were eventually picking it up to like 8.7% or something like that to 9%, somewhere around there. I'm usually averaging like somewhere around there. So I'm still meeting the fucking goal. I was so damn good. My supervisor was tasked with heading up a work at home program. So like, hey, if there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, the way it used to be was, oh, well, there's 3 feet on the snow on the ground. Yeah, you're coming in though, right? And it's like, well, okay, yeah, I'll endanger my life.
Yeah, really.
So that I can, you know, sit in an office for 8 fucking hours, possibly not even drive home, have nowhere to essentially sleep except for maybe under my desk or like maybe a cot that you have set up somewhere. Just so we can service our members. It's like, well, you have to put our lives first here in this kind of situation. It's like, if there's like a blizzard going on outside and there's 3 or 4 feet of snow on the fucking ground and you're out there, like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But
Right.
anyway, back to my point, though.
What's your point, dude?
Here's my point, dude. Here's my point. She was told, I want you to assemble a team of 5 people, just a small like test pilot program, just so we can test this up. Can we do this? What do we need? Do we need this? You're going to be working with the IT department directly as well. I was one of those 5 people. And she even came out to me. She said, look, I don't want you to think you were picked for this program because I'm your supervisor. She's like, I picked you for this because A, you're reliable, B, your stats are off the fucking charts. So I know, like, if I put you on this team, like, you've busted your ass. You've earned this.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I was damn good at that job.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that there's probably somebody out there screaming like, "Oh, come on! How come you could have gotten out of there? You could have gone to another job." Like, I fucking tried.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, you were looking when the job market is not as nice as it is now. People are begging for people to work.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's way different now than it was then.
Well, no.
Let's
I'm
be
saying like
fair.
within the company.
Oh, well, yeah, but
So, like, there was an auto glass division, so I was like, oh fuck, people just call up, hey, my windshield's damaged. Okay, what's the year, make, and model of the car? Okay, what's your location? This is gonna be at home. Okay, perfect.
yeah.
What date and time works for you? Perfect. Let's do that. Okay, I don't have an appointment for 3:00. Does 3:30 work for you? You know, or can we do something a little bit earlier?
Or you tried to get into like the call analytics or whatever part of
Yeah,
things.
because I was like, well, fuck, I get paid to be a judgmental prick. I can do that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what you would do. In a sense, you would listen to like 5 calls. The way it was put to me, you listen to 5 calls just randomly throughout the week for a person. You check mark if they're like hitting like certain marks. Like, are they
the metrics?
Are they using empathy? Are they asking for a current location?
Funny how you have to use empathy, but the managers don't, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely fucked. So, but I was like, fuck yeah, I can be paid to be a judgmental prick. Fuck yeah, sign me up. So I applied for it. Nothing.
Yeah.
I applied for auto glass. Nothing.
Well, we've
and
talked about this before, and I feel like part of that is, and I feel like it's true for me too, is that like when you're good at your like if your metrics
Yeah,
are so good,
If you're
they just
good,
want to
they
keep
want
you
to
there.
keep you there because
Yeah.
like it makes them look better.
Yes. Yes.
Which
And that's kind of a problem because you're told like work harder and you'll move up. Well, no, the truth is if you work harder, you're going to stay where you are because they want to keep you where you are because you're really good at that.
yeah,
And I get that, but at the same time, like it's not really fair to the individual.
yeah, it's not because you're telling me like, hey, we have positions that are open. We want you guys to, I think the rule was like you had to work in that department for like 6 months before you could transfer to another one.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, all right, you know what? Fair enough. I get it. I think before I like looked for a new position, I was there for maybe a year and a half. I don't know how the fuck I did it. Like I started, because here's the thing, like they hired me for a temporary gig at first. It was just like, I think it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from like 6:30 in the morning till like 11 in the morning or like 6 in the morning till 11:30 or something like that.
Mm.
I was like, all right, this is great. I got, these 2 part-time jobs. I'm making some good money. I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have fucking benefits, but hey,
But you're making money.
I'm making some money, so I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Then they towards the end of it they said, hey, we want to bring you back for another temp period. Are you interested in sticking around? I was like, fuck yeah, I'm making money. They're like, good, because we're gonna boost your pay up from, I started off at $11.25 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, we're gonna pay you $12 an hour. I was like,
It's
okay,
a pretty decent raise.
yeah, it's a pretty decent raise. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Shut up and give me money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of that, they were like, hey, we're actually looking for somebody for, a full-time position. We want you to apply for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I applied for it, eventually got the job. The shift was, I hated the fact they never gave you 2 days off in a row. It fucking pissed me off.
Yeah.
So my shift was I would work every day of the week except for Wednesday and Saturday.
Mm. Yeah. I like having 2 days off in a row too.
Oh, dude, I fucking love it.
It's the best.
It's fucking great. But they would never give you 2 days off in a row unless it was like a vacation day or you called in sick or whatever have you. But I kept busting my ass. I got enough raises to the point where like when I left there, I was making $16 an hour.
Wow.
That's not including like bonuses or anything like that. But like they changed the bonus structure, they changed everything about it. It's just like they even changed the fucking benefits in the sense of like, well, when I started there, they had like this vision program, like I could go to like Lens Crafters or whatever have you, which I
Mhm.
liked. I'm like, okay, it's in the mall. I have to wait, an hour for my glasses. Okay, I can just go to fucking GameStop or go to the food court, grab
Yeah,
something. to eat.
bum around.
Yeah, bum around the mall for an hour. I can fucking
Yeah.
do that. Fuck yeah.
Be a mole rat.
Exactly. I can be a mall rat for an hour, and anybody, I'm just waiting for my glasses. 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So then they said, well, no, we rolled your vision benefits into your health benefits. Okay, that would have been useful if somebody had told me something about that.
Yeah, really.
Instead of, me going to Lens Crafters and just going like, hey, well, you don't have vision insurance anymore. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Then I find out, okay, well, we rolled this into your health benefits. Okay, great. Hey, do you guys take these guys? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We don't take that. It's like, for fuck's sake. Like that in a way is why I'm supportive of, Medicare for all, like just universal health care in the sense of like, if you have a plan that says like, okay, you can go to a doctor, but you can only go to a doctor in our network. If you get fucked up in a car accident and they bring you to the wrong hospital, like you're fucked already.
Yeah.
They may have to transfer you to another hospital because that's not covered.
Right.
You have to pay for the ambulance ride and whatnot. So the metaphor I like using is, imagine your house is on fire. Stick with me.
Okay.
Imagine your house is on fire and you call the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
The fire department says, oh, I'm sorry, you're not in our network. You have to call this other fire department over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, well, dude, my house is on fucking fire here.
just put it out.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah. You better hope no one comes and craps on your lawn for saying stuff like that.
Go ahead, crap on my lawn.
Oh man. He's a Democrat. Let's go crap on his lawn.
He wants people to be healthy. Fuck him.
Yeah, really.
Fucking
Doot.
dipshits.
Oh man.
Yeah. But I think that's going to do it for us this week on Let Us Cast.
Alrighty.
So we got some stuff to plug. We actually started new gaming videos.
Yes, and it's
called-
been a lot of fun. I gotta say,
It's
I'm
called
loving it.
Let Us Play. The first episode's up right now. It's
Yes.
Bruce playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Poorly.
Yes, very poorly.
The worst anybody's probably ever played that game.
Yes. But to be fair, new guy.
Yes, never played it before. Never
Yeah.
played PlayStation 4 before.
Yes. So we do have some games. I think we have a couple of games that are, like videos that are already made. We're still kind of waiting for them
Yeah,
to.
we've got episode 1 and 2 already in the can.
Yeah. We just recorded another one, which I think we can. Spoiler alert here. We have Bruce playing Brew Legend
Yeah.
until he. Just watch the video. You'll just how it ends. How it ends is fucking great. Then we have some other games we're going to be playing. I think we're gonna fit you up in a Batman game. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I'm going to let you pick. It's either going to be Arkham Asylum or this Telltale series, where it's essentially like a Batman pick your own adventure kind of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, just got to see how you would be if you were Batman. I'd be
Not good.
No, just like paying like they give you like 4 options of like, hey, you want to say this to the person?
Ah,
this, this,
okay,
this, this.
okay, cool.
Like a choose your own adventure book. Like, hey, if you want to go
used to
spelunking for
love those,
treasure, go to
dude.
page 32.
I used to love those books.
Yeah, so I think you would like that game.
Cool.
So yeah,
Dig it.
Mhm. So yeah, so we'll let you pick on that one. We know we've got Arkham to be requested, which that's definitely on the list. We're gonna play that.
Yep.
We got some
Everything
other
in due
games.
time.
Everything in due time. If you guys have a game that you want us to play, shoot us an email at letuscast@yahoo.com or hit me up on Twitter at sts_radio Andrew.
Mhm.
You can even hit Bruce up on Twitter now
I
because
don't even
he's
know
on-
my handle, but
isn't it at BG Guitar 1?
oh, it probably is.
Yeah, so yeah, annoy him.
I'm good at social media. I'm good at everything. PlayStation 4, social media. I'm the best.
Oh my god, you should see this guy shitting on somebody's lawn.
Oh,
Fucking,
that I'm actually good at.
fucking consummate pro.
That I'm actually good at. Don't shit on my shitting abilities.
No, I'm not shitting on your shitting abilities. I'm shitting on your escape abilities. You got to pull your pants up first.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
That shit house shuffle, just like shuffle away.
Funny, I don't know if you know this. This is kind of inside baseball too, but that's the technical title of our intro of our song. I call it the Shithouse Shuffle. Anyway,
So guys, hit us up. Let us know what games you want us to play. Just put let us play in the message line just so we know what the fuck it is. And it's not like, hey, grow your penis 3 times the size.
and we'll have to figure out too, like if we're ever gonna go back to games, like if we're gonna do a continuous thing, or if we're just
I
gonna
think we
keep doing
could.
grab bag stuff. Like
I think we could.
I'm cool with it either way. I kind
think-
of like the variety, but I also kind of see the
I think
point
we,
of like.
I think we could, but we'd
continuing
space it
gameplay.
out a little bit.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, holy fuck, I like you with Brutal Legend. Like I fucking love
Yeah,
this.
that I think might become a series.
Yeah, that might be a series.
Yeah. That was a fun game. Except for, well, I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Just watch the video.
yeah, just watch the video
It'll
when it's
come,
up.
it'll come in time.
We'll share that on social media too. So
Yes.
just let us
Stay
know what you guys
tuned.
think.
Yes.
So let us know what you guys think. But we're going to be recording another episode actually very shortly after this,
Yes.
and then we're going to go from there.
Indeed.
All right, Bruce, you got anything else to plug?
No, not really. I mean, you can check out my website at bgguitar.wixsite.com. That's where I have my guitar home. You can find all my social media links there. I actually posted up a performance video of me doing Comfortably Numb recently. Although I will say that I'm not necessarily happy with that performance. I might redo it. So we'll see what happens. And I've thought about, like, I had work on an album, but I might kind of scrap that and work on some new material and record that instead. So stay tuned to there because I might have some stuff coming up there eventually too.
You're just going to Miles Kennedy the whole thing?
What do you mean?
With his first solo album, he had like 10 or 11 songs that was already written and like recorded demos for, and he's just like, nah, fuck it, I don't like them. And he just went
Yeah.
and wrote new songs for
I very well might do that. Yeah, because one thing I've been doing, I think I've told this in a previous podcast, is I'm trying to write a little bit, not every day, but like let's say 5 days a week. And some of the stuff that I've come up with in that time, I'm like, I really like that, and I kind of like that better than the stuff that. And just listening back to my old tunes, they're just not fully developed, and I would like to be better as a songwriter. So maybe I can develop some of these newer pieces into something that I would be more proud of, I guess, so to speak.
fair enough, man. But-
So yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 things already, and it was funny. I was walking through the woods the other day, and I had something come to mind, and obviously I didn't have a guitar, so I literally got on my record and I was like, bah, 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 like doing it with my mouth. So like, I'll have to figure that
People
out.
walking by just like, fucking
Thankfully
weirdo.
not, but man, that would have been hilarious.
All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for us this week. We'll catch you cats down the road next week. And just be sure to keep a lookout for all of our videos that are coming through to you.
And please be empathetic to one another.
Yeah, really, don't be a dick.
And don't poop on people's lawns.
And if you do, then clean it up.
Or take pictures and send it to us so we can laugh at you.
Send it to Bruce. Scatman, total Scatman.
Definitely not. Well, unless you mean like, I'm the scat man.
No, that's more like the Kanye West song. It's like, whoop de scoop de poo.
No, thank God not. Oh my gosh.
That's the Scatman you are.
Oh, jeez. Whew.